from none other than WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. Let me pull up this picture right here, guys, because this one right here is crazy, bro. I mean, just crazy. Look at this. So this was the scene, and this is the picture right here that has went viral. Yeah, this is the storybook of Caitlin Clark's season, bro. That's just all I can say. Look at this. Somebody said this shot from the Fever versus the Fever.
Recent footage from the Indiana Fever versus Atlanta Dream matchup has sparked widespread discussion regarding officiating standards and player treatment in the WNBA. A particular sequence captured during the game shows concerning interactions that have prompted calls for league intervention and accountability. The controversial moment features a photograph that quickly gained viral status across social media platforms. The image depicts Clark positioned on her knees while attempting to distribute the ball, with an opposing player positioned directly above her in what appears to be excessive physical contact. The visual evidence suggests significant contact that many observers believe warranted official intervention.
Look at this. Somebody said this shot from the Fever versus the Fever versus Dream game. Look at Caitlin's face as she passes the ball. She's literally on her knees. Somebody's hovering over her back. Somebody said it's 1 in 15 missed foul calls. This is ridiculous. And this right here shows you that the WNBA referees has a hidden agenda against Caitlin, bro. It's just simple as that. Just simple as that. Somebody said tears. They're doing.
Analysis of the sequence reveals multiple concerning elements beyond the initial contact. The footage shows Clark maintaining possession while in a compromised position, with the defensive player appearing to maintain prolonged contact that could be interpreted as holding or preventing normal movement. Background players, including teammate Kelsey Mitchell, appear to be observing the situation without any apparent official response.
Somebody said tears. They're doing interprotective dancing, bro. Like, this is not real. Like this, well, it is real, but it shouldn't be real. Somebody said ref was just staring. And Kelsey Mitchell in the background was just standing there. Just staring. Wow, bro. Somebody said these refs not serious at all. Let's add the shove and holding her down, thus preventing CC from getting up. And the referees was effing blind. No foul there. Just a
Fan reactions have characterized this incident as representative of broader officiating inconsistencies throughout Clark's professional career. Many point to this moment as evidence of systematic undercalling of fouls during physical confrontations involving the rookie sensation. The phrase 1 in 15 missed foul calls has been referenced in connection with this particular sequence. The incident occurs within a broader context of physical play that has defined much of Clark's inaugural professional season. Previous games featured various forms of aggressive contact, including pushes, eye pokes, and what many characterized as targeting behavior from opposing players. These patterns have continued into the current season despite increased attention and scrutiny. Following the game, Indiana Fever head coach Stephanie White addressed media members regarding team performance and various aspects of the contest. Her comments focused primarily on team connectivity, defensive effort, and offensive execution rather than addressing specific officiating concerns or controversial sequences.
See from getting up, and the referees was effing blind. No foul there, just a hug, and it's just a hug me. She's just giving her a hug, competitive hugging. Nah, bro. This is uncalled for. This is definitely uncalled for. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? This is the nature of the league. And this is the things that they're doing to make Caitlin Clark life, not right in the W, bro. So for whatever reason whatsoever, bro.
White emphasized the team's improved sense of urgency and activity levels during the victory over Atlanta. She highlighted the team's 77% assist rate as evidence of improved ball movement and player involvement. The coach also discussed lineup combinations and the challenges of building consistency with a roster that has dealt with various injuries and absences throughout the season.
They definitely making it their business to piss Caitlin off. And it's just unacceptable, bro. Now, Stephanie White did talk to the media yesterday, and that's what I want to play next is what she had to say. And what's crazy is that the Atlanta Dream coach was straight talking about the refs messing up yesterday. which is so crazy to me, man. But let's check out what she had to say, bro.
And when other teams see that, it's game over. And so we're our best when we're having fun.
Stephanie.
Regarding Clark specifically, White addressed questions about performance while recovering from injury. The coach noted that Clark faces intensive defensive attention as the primary focus of opposing scouting reports, making quality shot opportunities more difficult to obtain. White expressed confidence in Clark's shooting ability while acknowledging the challenges of performing at peak levels during injury recovery. The coach also discussed team chemistry and the group's ability to navigate adversity together. She emphasized the importance of players supporting each other through difficult moments and maintaining focus on collective success over individual concerns. White described the team as tight-knit and committed to overcoming various challenges they have faced.
We're our best when we're having fun.
Stephanie, what did you think about your team's effort defensively, the connectiveness there, and also the connectiveness on offense? We talked about playing 0.5 basketball. It looked more like that tonight.
Yeah, I thought we were really connected on both ends. I thought our sense of urgency was better. Our activity level was better. Our communication, defensively, we made things as tough as we could for them. They're a great team, obviously. And, offensively, our second half was much better, taking care of the ball, moving it. We had a 77%.
Questions about Clark's shot selection and overall impact when shooting struggles persist were addressed through White's emphasis on the player's consistent ability to create opportunities for teammates. The coach highlighted Clark's willingness to attack the rim rather than settling for difficult perimeter attempts, suggesting strategic adjustments to maximize effectiveness. The broader implications of the controversial sequence extend beyond individual game incidents to questions about league-wide officiating consistency and player safety protocols. Many observers have called for increased attention from WNBA leadership regarding physical play standards and enforcement mechanisms.
Better, taking care of the ball, moving it. We had a 77% assist rate, and that's what we have to do. We got to get the ball moving. We've got to get multiple touches. We've got to get it from one side of the floor to the other and get everybody involved. And then that's how we find success.
Steph, do you feel like tonight was kind of a weight lifted off the team after that last performance and a sign of, hey, this is what we're capable of?
Yeah, I think so. We've been talking all year about, building consistency. This is game 2 with our whole roster. With most of
Commissioner accountability has been specifically mentioned in various discussions, with fans demanding responses to apparent officiating inconsistencies. The viral nature of the footage has amplified these concerns and created pressure for official league statements or policy clarifications. The situation highlights ongoing tensions between competitive physical play and player protection within professional women's basketball. As the league continues growing in popularity and scrutiny, officiating standards and consistency remain critical factors in maintaining integrity and player safety across all contests.
Roster, with everybody in our rotation for sure. And we still haven't had a practice with everybody, right? So I think building consistency, consistency in habits for us, continuing to work consistency in rotation. Now that C's back, now that Didi's back, what does it look like? I thought Didi and AB played really well together today. I like that lineup, particularly against Atlanta with 2 bigs. I like the combination of what they bring to the table. And so it's one game. It was a big one. We needed.
The Indiana Fever's organizational structure requires fundamental recalibration around Caitlin Clark's unique capabilities. When the team operates within Clark-centric systems, they achieve both competitive success and entertaining basketball that maximizes fan engagement. Clark's second-half takeover against Atlanta demonstrated her impact when given primary offensive responsibilities. Her ability to control tempo and create opportunities for teammates becomes most evident when the system runs through her decision-making rather than merely incorporating her as another scoring option.
Like, Alicia Gray's meant to be the best guard in the league. She's meant to be the best guard in the league. Like, she has 6 points on worst shooting. 6 points, minus 13, but it doesn't matter. The Indiana Fever need
Recent debates about guard rankings in the league provide relevant context. Despite some analysts placing Clark ninth among guards, her performance consistently contradicts such assessments. Comparison players like Alicia Gray managed only 6 points with a -13 rating in similar circumstances, highlighting the disparity between reputation and current production. The fundamental coaching philosophy should center on facilitating Clark's playmaking rather than constraining her within traditional frameworks. When Clark operates as the primary initiator, she naturally reduces her shot attempts while increasing overall team efficiency. This approach contradicts conventional wisdom that suggests high-usage players become more selfish with increased responsibility.
Need to run. I don't care. Caitlin Clark doesn't need to shoot 17 shots a game when she's shooting like this. What she does need to do is run. And ironically, when Caitlin Clark's running the show, she shoots less. And if you guys agree, subscribe. We are trying to hit 53.2K by the end of the day. We are trying to do that. And also, if you guys could leave a like on the stream, it'd be great. We are so close to 1,000 likes on the stream. We're like 270 off. And if we could hit that on the video as well, that'd be great. Stephanie White needs to realize it is not her team.
Clark's defensive contributions deserve recognition alongside her offensive impact. Her second-half assignment against Jordan Canada proved decisive as she effectively neutralized a player who dominated the first half with 26 points. This defensive versatility adds another dimension to her value proposition. Understanding the distinction between running plays to versus through specific players becomes crucial for optimal system design. Players like Kelsey Mitchell function best as destinations for offensive sets rather than primary distributors. Conversely, Clark and Aaliyah Boston possess the court vision and passing ability to serve as offensive fulcrums who create opportunities for others.
Like, this is not Stephanie White's team. This is Caitlin Clark's team. You are not the main character. You are there to facilitate Caitlin Clark. That is your job. And you are there to realize that by facilitating Caitlin Clark will facilitate everybody. Caitlin Clark will help make Dantas better. And by the way, sorry, I don't believe that players make other players better. When people say makes everyone better around them, it means
Ari McDonald's role mirrors that of previous role players who provided valuable minutes without requiring significant offensive involvement. Her comparison to Erica Wheeler suggests utility as a secondary ball handler who can function effectively alongside Clark without demanding primary usage. The roster construction presents challenges that require creative solutions. Natasha Howard's presence creates spacing and chemistry issues when paired with Clark's preferred playing style. Her skill set overlaps problematically with other frontcourt players while failing to complement Clark's strengths optimally.
they create easy opportunities for them to score. That's what everyone means. And by the way, can we talk about Caitlin Clark's defense as well? Can we talk about Caitlin Clark's defense? She locked down Ryan Howard. She held She locked down Jordan Canada. Jordan Canada had a 26-point first half. Caitlin Clark locked her down. Locked her down in the second half. Stephanie White, there is no reason. And by the way, Caitlin is
Lexi Hull represents an improved version of her previous role, demonstrating better conditioning and enhanced motivation following international competition. Her development trajectory suggests potential for expanded responsibilities within the rotation. Michaela Timpson offers athleticism and energy that align well with up-tempo approaches, though she lacks the veteran presence and passing precision of more experienced players. Her motor and pace fit naturally with Clark's preferred style.
your best player. Even when Caitlin is missing shots, even if you don't believe she is your finisher, I always said this, you can run offenses to Kelsey Mitchell. You need to know the difference between running to and through a player. You run to Kelsey Mitchell. You don't run through Kelsey Mitchell. You run through Aaliyah and you run through Caitlin. Aaliyah Boston's a playmaker. Caitlin's a playmaker. They find open players. You can
The plus-minus statistics from recent games illustrate these dynamics clearly. Clark posted a plus 21 rating in the second half, while Hull achieved plus 24 for the entire game. These numbers reflect the positive team impact that occurs when the system maximizes their complementary skills. Offensive production data supports this philosophical approach. The team managed only 58 points in a previous game without Clark's primary involvement, compared to 59 second-half points when running through her playmaking. Against quality defensive competition, this efficiency difference becomes even more pronounced.
Ari McDonald, I think, is Erica Wheeler. She is Erica Wheeler. Let's be real. She is last season's Erica Wheeler. That is the best example I can give. She is Erica Wheeler. And I'm not slandering Erica Wheeler here. The problem is that she is Nalissa Smith. And you have to realize that Damiris Dantas has to start, or Michaela Timpson starts.
Contractual obligations may complicate optimal rotation decisions, but creative scheduling can address these constraints. If certain players require guaranteed minutes for contractual reasons, staggering their playing time with Clark's rest periods maintains system integrity while fulfilling organizational commitments. The comparison to successful pace and space teams provides a blueprint for maximization. Like the Phoenix Suns during Steve Nash's prime, this roster possesses the personnel to excel in transition-heavy systems that prioritize ball movement and spacing over traditional positional basketball.
Michaela Timpson, Dantas, by the way, is a better version. Thank you so much, Trading Games, for the $10 Canadian. But like Dantas, by the way, is playing better. She is in better shape. She is playing harder. She's inspired coming off a America Cup where she was completely robbed of MVP. Completely robbed of MVP. Like, I don't care that her team didn't win. She was the MVP of that tournament. Like, she was the leading scorer, and she had 35 in the final. She came off in America.
However, the WNBA context offers advantages that NBA teams lack. Fewer teams possess the personnel to match Indiana's potential pace, creating competitive advantages for teams willing to embrace aggressive tempo strategies. Most opponents struggle maintain energy levels necessary to compete with sustained up-tempo approaches. The coaching staff must abandon preconceived notions about traditional WNBA basketball to unlock this potential. Hierarchical thinking that prioritizes veteran presence over optimal chemistry limits the team's ceiling. Young, athletic lineups that complement Clark's style offer higher upside than traditional approaches.
America Cup where she was the best player on the court. Like, she was genuinely, she was the best player on the floor. So she is inspired. You have got Michaela Timpson, who doesn't have the vet presence of Temi, doesn't pass quite like Temi, but runs like Temi. The reality is,
Successful implementation requires courage to make unconventional decisions. Benching accomplished veterans in favor of players who fit the system better represents difficult but necessary choices. The entertainment value and competitive advantage of Clark-centric basketball justify such decisions. The historical precedent exists for transformative coaching approaches that maximize generational talents. Teams that successfully adapt their entire organizational philosophy around unique players typically achieve both immediate success and long-term sustainability. Defensive improvements naturally follow from this offensive approach. When Clark controls pace and creates easy scoring opportunities, teammates expend less energy on offense and maintain better defensive focus. The cascading effects of efficient offense extend throughout all aspects of team performance. The financial and competitive incentives align perfectly with this strategic direction. Entertaining basketball generates revenue through attendance and media interest while simultaneously maximizing the team's championship potential. These dual benefits create compelling reasons for organizational buy-in. Ultimately, the decision reduces to simple recognition of reality. Clark represents a transformational talent whose unique abilities require system-wide accommodation. Teams that successfully build around such players typically achieve sustained excellence, while those that attempt to force generational talents into conventional roles limit both individual and collective potential. The path forward requires abandoning traditional coaching approaches in favor of innovation that maximizes available talent. This philosophical shift demands organizational courage, but offers rewards that justify the risk. When implemented correctly, Clark-centric basketball provides both competitive advantages and entertainment value that benefit all stakeholders.